Hey, yo, everyone. Let me get the timer started down.
I'm currently being live.
I'm currently posting on the socials that we have gone live. Are posting with.
I gave her catnip, so she's like energized, which is not the usual reaction to catnip.
If you want, I think you now have the ability to pull comments up on stream.
Do I? No.
You might have to refresh. That's if you accepted me.
I did. I think I did.
Are you actually signed into your StreamYard? Or are you just here via invite link?
I did click the invite link, but I am signed in. My little post a comment has my face next to it. My face from like 4 years ago. I really need to update that.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, everybody. Hi. Yes, the power of the comment. One day. For those who are unaware or are new, this is WIP Wednesday, where I have a far more structured and militant framework for approach works as well, approach or framework for getting work done. And I am only allowed to work on my current WIP, which right now will be Save Her Soul. And after this round of revisions, when I send it to Fox for some alpha critiques, I'm actually going to switch gears for a bit to work on Not For Her, which is the next short for my website. So it's WIP Wednesday and not Save Her Soul Wednesday. It's just whatever my current primary project is.
Yeah. I, meanwhile, shall be probably doing homework on most of these. Because college. But today I'm working on a homework-esque assignment, which is my application to study in LA next semester, which is due Friday. So,
yes, it is the responsibility of the student to prioritize homework over.
Also,
unfortunately,
I got an email saying that I'm not allowed to take one of my classes, which is a 1-credit class, which places me the half a credit I need over half. You need 12 credits to be full-time. I'm at 12.5, but they say I can no longer take this 1-credit class, even though I already signed up for it. They're like, yeah, you have to drop it. And I'm like, it's past ad drop. And they're like, it's a special ad drop. But you have to drop it. I'm like, I can't. Like, I won't be a student anymore. So I'm wondering if I can get like a teacher to sign off on like a half-credit course that is just me submitting evidence that I've been working on my novel or something.
Yeah. Hopefully there is something, because that's like, it's like an excuse.
I wasn't allowed to take it. Why did you one, not respond to my email for like 2 weeks? And 2, why'd you let me click on the button? Because everything else won't let you click on it if you're not qualified. But this won't let me click on it. So I was like, oh, okay. And I emailed. I was like, hey, is this cool? I signed up for it.
I'm glad the excitement abounds. And yes, Not For Her. I'm I want to say I'm finally working on it, but it's like it's not like I've been putting it off. I just last year I wanted to focus on nothing but save her soul so that I could get it to drafting. And now my drafting is going fairly well, like all things considered. And so now I just want to put something, because Not For Her will be my third one on my website, and I would like to get up 5 in total. And I've got Not For Her planned, and then I cannot remember the name of it, but it is a sapphic romance with that takes place in a witchy bakery. And I've written most of it, but I have to finish writing that one. So yeah. Stevie's like, why have I never? You've heard about it, I'm
heard
sure.
of this.
Yeah. Oh, sudden kitty tail. Also, not me for a hot second, thinking that was Sam's leg. I mean, I could do it, but
Sure.
I did.
I know, but the cattail was like super thin and like.
Oh, I
down.
didn't see the cattail. Oh no, we've gone into the sprint. That just reminds me I need to get my own website. Oof, that's a scary thought. It is. All right. Gonna try to get in the habit of that. Ha ha! It worked. All right. We'll see y'all in the sprint.
Yo.
And we're on break.
I just found this like practically completely fresh notebook.
Ooh, nice.
Drawer. It's mine. It has my handwriting in it, and has exactly 1 page of notes from acting class. And that is it. It only has a little scratch on the back of it. And if anyone was watching the camera right before we got back, you probably saw the look on my face as I realized. This is as well.
I got 62 words of revisions done. I spent a good portion of it doing some research because I've got demons in this whip, but I don't want them to be from hell. So I was trying to figure out something I could do about that.
That does seem like a hitch and a demon idea. Not being
I
from
figured
hell.
it out. So.
Yay. I looked over my application. Or looked at it not for the first time, but basically for the first time. And it is incredibly simple. So I basically filled out everything I need to. I need a parental signature, parent guardian signature. So I sent that off to my parents/guardians. And I pulled up the personal essay I need to write, but it's only 1 page. So we're good. I'll write that next, or I'll start outlining that next sprint.
Let's see. Apparently, Jessica also thought it was my leg. And Lefty says it was only for a second, CD. Only for a second. Sprints away. Good luck, everyone. Yes. I wasn't looking at the screen and saw it out the corner of my eye, so it was just a second of what the fuck?
That's cat.
Hey, people. Hi. Ooh. Hey guys, spent the first sprint waking up, but I'm here and will hopefully get some good work done in the next sprints. Nice. I spent that sprint feeding my child and then cleaning and got 89 words. I also got distracted because I turned on Rio for the child. Fair enough. I was doing critique things last night and my child put on The Lion King and he put on The Frog Princess. And I'm sitting here while I'm reading, I also quote Scar every time he speaks because Scar is far from my favorite character, but his dialogue is so good. And yes. So.
I have all of these blue light glasses, but I cannot find any of them.
Oh,
and
no.
As soon as I say that, I find my Clark Kent ones.
Good. You can be Clark Kent.
They don't match my hair anymore, which is sad.
Well,
I had the pink hair on the bottom.
Jessica, we read that. I'm going to hopefully work on Alina. Wait. They do. TVs are much distraction. I'll say for 10 minutes, I couldn't focus, and I was like, why are my thoughts wandering? Why can't I focus? And then I realized that it was too quiet, and I'm like, oh, my playlist.
I started listening to Florence and the Machine this morning.
Oh,
I've listened to them before.
If I remember correctly, Florence and the Machine is one of those bands that their name makes me associate that they should sound one way, but then I listen to them and I'm like, that is not how you sound. And it doesn't matter how many times I listen to them. This always happens to me. Hoobastank is another one.
Hoobastank?
Hoobastank, yeah. like you hear Hoobastank and you're thinking
acid rock.
Yeah, hard rock, acid, metal and stuff. But no, they're the ones that sing I found a reason to live and a couple others. And every time I hear them, you're just discovering all the things. So for the longest time, I could not remember the name of the band.
Her head, look at her head, is like...
She watched it fall.
She's still staring at it.
She's debating.
She's like, is this worth getting up for? Found some Benadryl. I think that'll melt my head.
Oh my god, 370 words. Woohoo! It's actually going. It's going better than she thought, considering I didn't prepare this current project part of my story very well. Well, that's good though. It's going better. It's better when it goes better than you thought than when it goes worse than you thought.
Yes.
956 words, and this was a hard one, so I impressed myself. I am writing a sister fighting with her brother's ex-fiance over her absence at his funeral. Oh, that's some emotions. It was hard writing that conversation.
I was like, that's really familiar. Who said that? And then it was Mimi. I was like, oh, that's why it sounds familiar.
It was hard writing that conversation without making either of them sound like terrible people. It will take a lot of revising, but at least the restaurant scene is done. Yes. You can revise words on a page. You cannot revise nothing. Oh, I almost forgot. I actually track my revisions not via Word, but via page, and I did half a page.
Nice. And
I'm not happy with one of the descriptions that I added in. Oh, that's a cute Capricorn-y thing, right?
No.
It
says it simply isn't an adventure worth telling if there aren't any dragons, and it's Tolkien quote. And I was like,
oh,
this is so cool. Who gave me this? And I open up the note, and it's from an ex. And I'm like, I'm still gonna use the sticker. It's a great sticker. She's like, oh.
I mistook the tail for a fin because we're so tiny on this screen.
It is a very small.
Oh, I see it now. Yes.
Oh,
see, I thought the wings were like horns that were curled. So I was like, okay, so like a ram or a goat.
Oh, Capricorns are goats?
They're like mergoats.
Damn. I missed the sheep allegations by like a month, and yet I still end up as a goat. The sheep out year of the goat or whatever is 2023, I think. And then the way it ends up, even though I was born in 2023, I count as 2022. So I gotta be a horse. But not actually. But I'm still a goat.
It's okay. But you're a mergoat.
I'm a mergoat. Makes up for it, I guess. I can be like a demon goat with the tiefling vibes. I'll be a tiefling mermaid.
Sure. Works out.
Oh, my head hurts so much today. And I feel fine. Mentally, I'm chilling. If only there wasn't the reflection. This the entire time.
Yesterday's headache has returned, but instead of on this side, it's on this side, and I am not appreciating it. Excuse me while I take my drugs, my legal drugs that I bought at the store.
I kind of just given up at taking pain meds at this point. Although I might take some pain meds because this is not fun. This is increasingly not fun.
The over-the-counter ones, I'm telling you, they're the only ones that do anything.
Well, yeah, but...
And they worked for you when you were here.
They do, but I forget which ones you give me. Which ones you give me? Not give me.
I'll take a picture and send it on Discord.
They're
just the Walmart brand equate.
Yeah,
I mean, headache on them. They're green.
That big sigh was not at you. That was just at the world. You know, Storm has decided to go back to sleep instead of hunting the feathers.
Is everybody ready to go? We're 2/3 done with our break. You can buy these in a 2-pack. What I do is we bought 2 2-packs, and I have a bottle here, a bottle by my bed, a bottle in the bathroom, and a bottle in the kitchen. These are all the places where I randomly remember to take them, so that I don't.
My apartment's 20 paces from one end to the other, so.
and my bathroom is or my kitchen is like 20 paces from my bedroom, but still
That is
getting out of my room to go to the kitchen. And then I'm like, what did I come out here for? And I always assume it's a drink because that's like 9 out of 10 times why I went to the kitchen. And so then I'll get a kitchen, then I'll get a drink, and then I'll go sit down. And then I will remember I was going to take my pain meds. So then having that other bottle right by my bed helps. I'm just saying this is what works for me.
I'm so sad about this.
I'm sorry.
They're crooked, right? But they feel straight, even though they're like that straight.
Your ears might be crooked. I have that issue.
Betrayed my own ears. No,
my ears are crooked, so when my glasses fit extremely comfortably, they're like tilted at a noticeable degree.
Maybe you can add like padding to the underside of one. Like,
it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't see it. Other people do, but I don't care.
They
match my ears. That's all that matters. I'm scrolling the Pinterest. I'm scrolling the Pinterest for my writing break, and I got myself some more tea. Nice.
I have a Pinterest
crooked too. I suspect most people's ears are crooked, and they just don't notice.
I have a Pinterest board called Barbie's Dream House, and it's my dream house. For if I had all of the money I needed to have that house. This is.
I love that.
It's like a townhouse. Like it's not out of the realm of possibility.
I'm just saying, I think the concept is super cute to have a Pinterest board dedicated to your dream house, but to title it Barbie's Dream House. I just really like that.
I started after I saw the like Barbie movie, obviously, and I was like, fuck yeah, this is Barbie's dream house, and I am Barbie. I'm writer Barbie.
Lefty said, I'm also still getting used to my new keyboard. The letters are squeezed together just a little bit different. Oh my gosh, that's always I feel that.
My little brother got me, he's really into like tech and stuff. And like making your setup look all pretty. He got me this keyboard, which I love the color. And at one point I was in like a light green phase, like to make my whole desk and like room set up light green. I've kind of moved past it, but not really. I'm still into the nature vibes. But it's so cute. But the buttons are like raised. And your girl's not that. And I keep like mishitting it. I'm getting better, but like it's throwing me off.
This is my current keyboard. It's just a cheap like $6-7 one from Five Below because this is the family computer. And I want to stick with cheap keyboard for the moment, at least until all the children have their own computers. Because once they have their own computers, they have no reason to use the desktop. And then I'll get a fancy.
He's like 16 for context, for people that don't know. But he came in, was helping me, like we're playing Baldur's Gate together, and he's helping me make my character the first time.
Mimi has that.
And he gets like, what's it? A Klondike bar. He gets chocolate in it. And I thought I cleared it all out, but I just saw some more. But he got chocolate in my brand new keyboard, like less than like a week after I got it.
Isn't that what siblings are good for? Lefty said, "Oh man, yeah, they raised the raised boards come in the nice colors, but I'm a flat keys bitch." See, I go back and forth between it. It really, I think, depends on my nail length at the time, because like when my nails are short, I can do the flat keys, but the longer my nails get, the more inconvenient the flat keys get. Whereas the raised keys have room with my nails, so.
I don't get to the point of length of nails where that affects anything. But
my nails get so long to the point where like even the raised keys become a problem. And I start
a great thing called nail clippers.
Yeah, I clip them, bitch. That's how they are right now.
Yeah, mine just break. Mine don't. I'm trying to get into like doing acrylics, as you know. But so if anyone has any acrylics like knowledge tips, drop links or DM me.
I'll harass Chrissy again if she doesn't.
No time rush or anything. But I
forgot to mute that. Oh no, it's warning us. We're about to go into a work sprint. Here we go. Right, break time. So, how did everybody do that time?
I spent my break attempting to help my headache by doing. There's this like device, not a device, foam block that my chiropractor gave me that I'm supposed to do every day, and I've been slightly neglecting it. But it's supposed to like help make my neck not be straight because it's not supposed to be straight; it's supposed to be curved. And I haven't been doing it, and it's more the neck, the like vertebrae is putting pressure on my spinal cord. It's part of the reason I don't. So I kind of been neglecting that. So I just did it for 10 minutes. I'm always like kind of lightheaded if I get up quickly, and I didn't realize how little time was left on the timer, so I got up quickly.
Next time it's okay if you're a little late coming back. Go slow.
No, I have to be here on time. I want to get points deducted.
I've been joined by the patron saint streams.
I can see that. I went and visited her, but she was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So
let me go up and figure out where my highlight is. I highlight like where I start, and then I delete the highlight after we come back. I got like a page and a half done that time. It's amazing how much more progress you make when you don't have to research things to make decisions. Yeah. I am also now at 10 pages instead of 9 pages. But still, I'm on page 6 out of 10. So, progress. Lefty said, I will admit longer nails are a bit more of a hassle with flat keys. I have only ever had flat keys, but if I get one with taller keys, it's going to be some sort of Bluetooth typewriter, just because I really want a typewriter keyboard, because the first thing I ever wrote on, other than, with pen and paper, was a typewriter. It was like my grandma had a typewriter, and so it was like one of those big old hefty ones, and I fucking loved that thing. I wrote so much on it, but then the ribbon ran out. For those who don't know how the older typewriters worked, it would be an ink ribbon, and then you would press the keys, and the letter for the key would hit against the ink ribbon and press the ink into the paper. So when the ink ribbon runs out, it's basically the original ink cartridge. And unfortunately, the typewriter was like so old that getting ribbon for it was extremely expensive, so I couldn't use it anymore, and it makes me so sad. But so I really want a typewriter keyboard because I fucking loved that typewriter. I went to buy lunch chicken quesadilla with olives and cilantro and queso. That sounds so tasty. Hey, yo, and welcome. Another 296 words. Woohoo! Not super quick, but at least it's going. Hey, progress is progress. It's more words than you had before. Only spent about 19 minutes and got 271 words. Took a bit to get into it, and then I had some minor things to do. That's fair. I'm going to make a warm water bottle and head for bed, though. I think it's way too early. It was way too early this morning. That's fair. Well, thank you for joining us for the time that you were here. My mom went through college with a typewriter. I love typewriters. They're so good.
My grandpa had one in his dentist's office. He had it in like the office bit. He was a dentist, obviously. And I would play on it a lot and like type up either like random threats or like little stories or stuff. So
I used to type so much more accurately because of the typewriter, but now I'm spoiled by computers. So
I can't spell. So I would just have spelling mistakes, but I wouldn't know because I would think that's how things are spelled.
My grandparents had an electric typewriter. When they got that thing, it was like the height of technology. Though the electric ones were cool.
Yes.
You know, oh, do you know?
I think so.
Okay.
We both know.
I thought I knew who it was, and then they said that, and then I was like, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure. We are pretty sure we know who you are. Though I have suddenly forgotten every name of every person I have ever known.
Cookie. Whatever.
So I'm looking through my DMs.
Bella said that she has a really old sewing machine that isn't electrical and all manual, and she really wants to get it refurbished and learn how to use it. That is cool.
Yeah. Love those.
I was literally just during the sprint looking for, at first I started a lamp, but then I tried to switch to a headlamp or something I can use when I do embroidery, because that's what I've been into recently, and I do it on my couch, but the sun goes down so quickly. And the overhead light, the lighting situation in the storm is quite dim. And I have pretty good eyes, but they get tired, and I don't want to strain them. So I'm looking for like a lightweight headlamp, but headlamps are usually so heavy that I don't want to or expensive. And I looked for lamps, but lamps are expensive too. So if anyone who's a crafter has a solution for this or a recommendation, I should just save up for. Let me know.
There's some like Roxy just bought a lamp for $22 with her allowance.
Is it like a standing lamp or a desk lamp?
No, it's a desk lamp.
Yeah, I have
Walmart.
That's what
Walmart has standing lamps for between $20 to $30.
That's what I was looking
and yes, Mimi, this is why I said I was far more accurate with the typewriter, and I have been spoiled by computers. The alternative would also be to use whiteout on like the little thing, and then go in with a pen. But then it's very obvious that you fucked up.
My grandpa had something that would remove the ink from the page. Like when you hit a backspace, like you would still see the impression, but you could take a letter off again. I don't know how it works. I'll text my mom to see if she knows. I wanted to get it after he died, but my mom didn't realize that I wanted it. So.
See, that's who I thought you were. It's just my dyslexia is acting up, and I'm like, Terry.
There we go. I got the Cookie Kingdom bit. That's what.
The Cookie Kingdom. But my dyslexia is acting up, and I'm like, I know the name starts with a T. Watch, he come back here, and he's like, my name starts with an M. What the fuck?
It does start. Okay. I'm just gonna like blast myself, I guess. But my table, I have a table right there. Ignore my like laundry palette up right here. I have a table right here that it can go on. You can see the lamp that I have been using, but I'm like having to like hunch over under the lamp and like balancing it on the arm of the couch. Sometimes I can adjust to be over my embroidery as I'm sitting there and embroidering. And I would prefer if it was like just bright enough where I can see, but preferably tall so I can go next to the couch or wherever I'm sitting. Like a desk lamp hasn't quite been working. I have this adjustable like desk lamp, but it's like super cheap and it loses its balance really easily. Yeah. Or I was looking for like a headlamp or something.
Like a book lamp for your embroidery.
Yeah. It's just so I can see my embroidery. It doesn't need like to be super powerful or anything. Because I'll have the other lights on. I won't just be like sitting in the dark.
I have sent you a thing. Tell me if the thing that I have sent you is anywhere near what you're looking for.
Loading. I was expecting it to like come up when I opened Discord, and I just saw the link, and I was just like, yes, kind of. I was looking at this one too, but I don't know. That's another thing I have to look up. I have to look up if my college allows standing lamps. They should, but they're really weird about some things.
I've also just sent you another thing.
This is very ominous. But I've sent you another thing. Yes, a headlamp, but like that is super big on the end. Like the actual lamp is big, and I've experienced one in the past. They just get annoying to wear after a while. From my childhood of camping, maybe that has changed now that I'm an adult, and they'll be like adult sized. But as a kid, it's like something I would hit my nose a lot because they'd like fall down and hit my nose.
Oh, that's fair.
Core memory.
They have neck ones now, like a neck band with lamps at the end of it. I'm gonna share it with chat.
I don't know if I like that.
To see these.
You texted.
I sent it to you. I did, yes.
Oh, Bella sent me something.
You're gonna get lamp things. Oh wow, I haven't heard the Cookie Kingdom thing in a while. And yes, Sam, it's Ty. Thank you. That's what I thought at first. I was like Ty, and then my brain went Terry, Terrence, and I'm like, no, what? Was I wrong? Have you looked at reading like?
I could clip it to the underside of this is a bunk bed, and I could clip it.
Yeah, eternal. No problem, Candy. You're good.
I might be buying this. Interesting. Thank you, Bella. Oh, so many people are sending me things.
I know, right? That's what I just told you would happen.
Oh, the neck thing is real weird. I don't know if I like that.
It looks like it kind of reminds me of like the alien slug eyes.
Antenna?
I know it goes on the neck, but that's still what it reminds me of. It's just. Oh, so my husband really hates slugs, right? And we started watching Delicious in Dungeon.
Okay.
Oh, fucking yes. Like, if they're, like, sometimes in the summer when we come home from being out, I have to go into the house first because there will be a slug on the porch, and I have to handle that for him. But,
or something?
He watched a horror movie when he was, like, 4. With a slug with teeth, or a snail with teeth that ate people, and it freaked him out. And now he hates all slugs. But he oh yeah, we're watching Delicious in Dungeon, and there's these like slug monster things, and one of the characters has like taken one as a pet thing. And every time we see it, my husband is just like, why?
My Tumblr feed keeps getting filled with like fan art and stuff from that, and it's like low-key convinced me to watch it.
It's such a good anime. I highly recommend.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I saw the trailer. I saw like a clip of it, and I was like, this looks cute, but like not something that I'd be like, is there like an actual plot to it?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not just like fantasy slice of life.
I mean, okay. So the like overarching plot, which you find out in episode 1, is that dude's sister gets eaten by a dragon, and so they're trying to go through the dungeon to recover her remains because dying is semi-common, but as long as you're like you have remains, you can be resurrected. So
that's convenient.
But so it's like it's a mix of slice of life, but as they're going down to save his sister. So Bella said, I have something that's from Burlington with a ring light and phone holder, so I can light film my stuff. It was like $10, but my friend got it for me. It's also a desk clamp. I'm sorry. I'm slowly trying to return to my channel once again. I wish you much luck with that. So WIP Wednesday is new. I will be doing every other Wednesday, and then I won't be going weekly, technically, because CB's stealing my opposing weeks. But I'll be with her on those ones. So.
I just was. You should have told me you were wearing that hoodie, and I would have worn mine.
I did. I told you I was doing my makeup in black and orange because of my Bakugo hoodie.
You never said Bakugo. I made the connection, but I didn't realize till just now. I remember that I own that hoodie too, just for chat.
Well, you know what?
I got Sam that hoodie, and then the following like Christmas or my birthday, my family got me that hoodie, which I think is very funny.
Well, we're doing a work sprint now, so you can go grab it.
I'm already wearing clothing.
Did I say I cared? And we're back on our break.
My
I'll
head.
check. I'm sorry, your head hurts. I'll check how many thingies sprints we have left in a second. I'm pretty sure we only have one more left.
I think so.
So right now, I finished the initial revision for chapter 6.
Yay.
Initial revision. I have a lot of charts now to keep track of my word count progress. Because I wanted to see like what the word count differences look like between like my initial draft to the end product, just out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I had to write in what my final word count for the initial revision of chapter 6 was. Because now I get to start my second self-revision of 4, 5, and 6. Because for those who don't know, my process is I draft, and then after I finish a chapter, I do a self-revision. And then since I'm sending these to CPs in batches of 3, after the third chapter, I go back and I self-revise that group together, now with future knowledge of the next couple chapters. And I send it to my alpha CP. He yells at me to make sure my dyslexia isn't dyslexiaing. And then my other CPs get a 95% dyslexic issue-free draft.
I worked a little bit on my personal essay outline. I realized that I'm gonna need to talk this out before I start writing things down, whether to myself or someone else. Then Storm. Then realized that it is past 4 p.m. and I've eaten a sandwich. Okay, that's better than the bagel that I thought I was gonna say. A sandwich today, so I should probably get something else to eat. I've drinking this whole thing during the stream, which is good because I'm probably a little dehydrated because I usually am. And I'm attempting to salt my green beans, but I don't know how, other than just pouring salt on it. So I put them in salty water.
To the Googles.
I know, but I wanted to see if this would work. It's probably not going to. I pulled one out and it tasted like a green bean covered in salt water. So, yeah. I was thinking about having them dry out after they soak up. I don't know.
Are they soaking in hot or cold water?
Room temperature.
You may want to look up if that'll make a difference, because sometimes that does. Is the heat will like break down certain barriers that allows things to soak up flavor.
Science. Okay, I'll probably, this isn't gonna work, most likely, and then I'll Google it. But I'm also heating up the oven for chicken nuggets, so, yeah. And then I read a little bit.
Okay, yeah, we have, people can see me in the tiny corner. Yeah, we've got one more 15-minute work sprint and then the 10-minute wind down sprint. Well, it's not a sprint, it's just
Chat.
Wind down, yeah. Hold on, Bella. Oh, you ordered the light? Awesome. Bella's been doing cross stitching. Not sure what embroidery you do, but I wanted to share what I did. Everything where you sew designs into fabric is called embroidery, but there's different types. Yes.
That's what I did in my beginning of the sprint. I looked up trying to figure out what kind I did, and my determination was it doesn't really have a name other than surface stitch, maybe, because all I could find there's cross stitch and then cross stitch, needlepoint, and then one person mentioned the surface stitch, and it seems generally like surface stitch is the closest description, but it's not cross stitch or needlepoint because those are dealing with like grids. And mine is very freeform.
What she does is she has the design on the thing, and then she just goes and does this in the perimeter of what she is currently sewing, Bella.
Not just that. That is one of my steps. I'm just gonna grab my embroidery.
Okay.
I don't have.
That's what she was doing when she was here.
School with me.
I keep falling asleep. I'm sorry, Nicole. You should nap. I spent the whole sprint reading. Nice. What were you reading? I went into reading a novel this time. Went through 30 pages. Sweet. Is it Gideon? Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about. I meant the stitches you were doing. Is you just
I did the outline there.
I like
stitch. Turning my light around. That didn't help. So for the cat, you can see it's called a short and long stitch. And then for the base of the stool, which I think I might redo because it looks kind of shitty, it's a satin stitch, which you go from one end to the other. The outline stitches are here. But
I feel like, and Bella can correct me, the way I described it would make sense to Bella.
Okay.
Because I just meant your stitches are, you just go up and then down and then circle back.
Sometimes. I'm going to do French knots and stuff within it as well, yes, I'm going into the fabric and out of the fabric again, mostly.
Well, okay, so like with cross stitch,
and I've not done it.
So like with cross stitching, the way I would describe it is you're stitching a bunch of X's to fill it in.
Okay, I don't really know anything about cross stitching. I do know that you are doing a bunch of X's. This is going to distract me now.
Also, I need to share with everyone that my potentially favorite line I've written at the moment is, how could they make someone so radiant feel so dimmed? And
go on.
if I have to revise that at all, my heart will die. My description says January 10th. Well, Fox, I'll go fix it.
How do you know it's not January 10th?
In my defense, I posted stream very quickly before having to take my oldest to the doctor's office, which he's fine. I mainly went to double check that it wasn't strep, because that needs to actually be like treated for it to no longer be contagious, and also because he's missed school most of the week and I wanted a doctor's note for that.
A good point.
Because they can miss however many days of school as long as they have a doctor's note, but they can only have 9 parent excuses.
I reached my limit in high school for the amount of days I could reach. My health was really bad, plus a combination of really bad anxiety. And so I was having horrible panic attacks in the mornings of high school, which made the added bonus of it being 6:30 in the morning. Which is not a fun time to have a panic attack. Especially when you have to go get the bus.
The first time I woke up in the middle of a REM cycle, I thought I was having a panic attack. Because that's how those feel. I was just reminded of that because that's how I woke up this morning.
I wanted to get go to sleep at a reasonable hour last night to catch up because I've been not sleeping well, and then I couldn't. I laid awake for so long. I went through my entire usual playlist of sleep noises, and then I switched over on YouTube to castle ambient noises, where there's a fire crackling and rain happening. And I was like, okay, I'll listen to this, and then I passed out after 20 minutes. but it took 20 minutes. So.
Next time you should listen to the dulcet southern tones of Ice Planet Barbarians.
I don't think that will have me fall asleep, Sam.
It won't, but I wanted to see your reaction, which was quite smooth. I applaud you.
For a while I tried to listen to Howl's Moving Castle to fall asleep, which I didn't fall asleep. I would have to pause it. And then Bella, I don't think it's cruel embroidery, because what I found
Hold on.
Wool.
Nicole spoke first. It's good. I'm writing a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I think I came up with a great line for a scene I want to share, but it's got share it anyway. I'll just make sure that I pull up the YouTube chat so that in case the thingy tries to filter it, so I can improve it. CB, look up cruel embroidery. Okay.
No, I think cruel embroidery has to be wool. But yes, I thought it was cruel embroidery first when I started Googling around.
I did revenge bedtime procrastination last night after 3 hours of dance and did not go to bed until past 1.
What's revenge bedtime procrastination?
I'm not 100% sure. What my presumption is that it's when you procrastinate going to bed because you don't want to go to bed.
Descriptive.
I don't know how to explain it more than just that. It's just, but that's, like I said, that's if it's what I think.
My guess would be you procrastinate going to bed because you don't have to wake up in the morning. Yes. I've never done that before.
I'm waiting for chat to load on the thing. On the tab. It's when you feel like you've lost your control of time and then you push yourself into staying awake, procrastinating on bedtime.
That makes sense. My thing won't stay tight.
I'm sorry, it won't stay tight.
But it's fine.
I have a song. I think the song is actually called Confidence stuck in my head. But like
what's wrong
with being? What's wrong with being?
Isn't that Demi Lovato?
I have no idea, but I have a Bakugo music video with it. You sacrifice, or it's a symptom of feeling like there aren't enough hours in the day. You sacrifice sleep for leisure. I've definitely done that, especially like when the children were younger.
That is me on the daily. Because my schedule is obviously just so hard and difficult. My eyes look very blue in this lighting for some reason.
The bluest of blue eyes.
I say that and then I immediately duck my head down so no one can see.
Jackson Beast rescues Mirabelle. Belle, it's one of their first dinners together, and Belle isn't eating. Jax, please eat. You've barely touched your food. Belle, I'm not hungry. Pauses for a little while. Since there's a part 2.
Dramatic pause.
Pauses. This is real time pausing right here.
So we call a immersive experience.
Hey, Eva. How you doing today? Thanks for stopping in.
That wasn't at you, that was because I just stabbed myself lately.
I figured. We've got less than a minute. I'm hoping Nicole's second part pops up before we have to go into our sprint.
I'm pretty good at not stabbing myself. But now every time I work on embroidery, I just want to watch Yu Hakusho, which is what I've been doing while I've been working on this project.
I can serenade you with the opening.
I think I'll
do the Japanese.
25 seconds. And I love you for that. nothing else, just that.
I can do a remix, part in Japanese and part in English, because I
Oh.
don't know that I remember either one by themselves anymore. It's just a remix in my head.
Right now, in my embroidery rewatch of Yu Yu Hakusho,
Oh, hold on, very quickly. Why am I here? Why am I here, Jax? Belle looks shocked. Are you kidding me? Hunter was hurting you. I was saving you from him.
I feel like we're missing a part 3. Where's the curse word?
All right, sprint. And the final sprint is done. I just want to write this one sentence. I'm adding words again.
Storm had replaced me as your co-host.
Hey Storm, how'd you do?
She got moved. Obviously, that was very, very productive of her. See, she doesn't have time for low lives like me.
I see that.
Oh, now she's hunting my chicken nuggets.
Okay, let's see. There was a third part where Belle said, I don't need saving, I'm not some fucking damsel in distress. Bella said, I've been doing cross-stitch artwork for anime little pieces. I'm going to start a 15x8 poster for Harry Potter for a friend's birthday. Also going to hopefully do one for my cousin's wedding. That's cool. Basically, they're fighting over why Jackson B saved her, and she laughs at him. I'm not some fucking damsel in distress. I can take care of myself. I don't need you or anyone else. More heated fight. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? Something like that. I don't want Belle to be this weak girl. I want her to be a strong female MC. So she's telling him off like that, starts their whole love story. I will say I hate this narrative that a lot of the Disney princesses are weak MCs, or that they're weak women. I just really do, especially since, like, I don't know, I feel like there's no justification for it via whether you're going through the Disney media or not. And especially Belle in the Disney Beauty and the Beast, she fucking tells him off when he's like yelling at her, and she like refuses to go to dinner with him and stuff and sneaks around behind his back to eat. So like she's already got attitude and tells him off and shit. So like, yeah, she cried that one night, but if I was like, if I just sold myself so and I would never be able to see my dad again, I'd cry too. So also like
she like volunteers to replace her dad. Like
she like, also like she fucks with Gaston before that too. She like kicks his ass out. She's just not a physical badass, and that's fine. She's a badass in other ways. And I will forever dislike the Disney live action because that Belle felt weirdly pretentious in a way that I don't like. Belle is pretentious, not gonna lie, but she just, I don't know, the live action one felt weird.
I haven't seen it. Came out. I don't remember.
That's fine. Luke Evans gives me such mixed feelings because I love him and I think he sings really well, but he's not Gaston. Gaston is a beefy brick house of a man. He's a barn. And when Luke Evans sings the part, I'm using the phrase, a different phrase.
I'm referencing his song.
Yeah, I was literally about to reference that part though, because I was like, when Luke Evans sings, "I ate 5 dozen eggs and I'm roughly the size of a barge," but like so many other actors in the background are bigger than him. I'm like, you could have taken that line out. Like, why are you lying to me? So.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I do not know. I will take your word for it.
I read more. I now have 240 pages left of the book to read. Nice. I am glad we are in agreement. Yeah, Belle was probably my favorite Disney princess. I spent the sprint working on some art. I don't work well with short sprints, so I figured I would do something else. That's fair.
I like Rapunzel.
It's like the 15-minute sprint at the end is more like a wind down sprint. It's to like wrap up and finish what we was working on. So.
She's just.
Sorry, I yawned at the same time you were eating. I got really tired that last sprint. I didn't think I'd be able to make any progress with revisions, but I got all my like documents set up. Like I saved changes and stuff so that the document is like fresh and untouched, so that I can murder it with my revised change, my tracked changes now. But then like I am reading it, and I will forever love that this chapter starts with that slimy pendejo, or that, oh fuck, I butchered that word. That slimy pendejo. And I forget that every time, and I open chapter 4. And I'm like, ah, yes. Moxie calling people shitty assholes. That's my first line. I love her. And then like I've added in like a whole paragraph of words already. But right now it's
No, I just have Gaston playing in my head.
so funny. I like doing the second round of revisions because I take care of most of my problems in the first round, and then the second, that slimy solitary pubic hair. Yes, I love Bindu. Asked what that word meant. Oh, so now I feel like my second round of self-revisions is more just improving on things that are there and adding things for Fox to judge.
Storm, take over.
So Storm, what are your plans for today? What's your big project you're working on? Bella's also, Bella may not be physically skilled, but she at least tries to put up a fight with the wolves instead of just laying down and crying. I think the only Disney princess who just lays down and cries instead of fighting is Snow White, but she's like 14. I can't be mad at her. Yeah. She is a precious baby. And she like takes control of the dwarves' cottage. She's just all like, go wash your hands. Or she's like, it's dinner time. Show me your hands. And they don't want to go wash their hands. And she's like, none of you are eating until you wash your hands. And they have to go wash their hands.
Imagine you're a full-grown adult and this like 14-year-old just rolls up and starts like ordering you to wash your hands. And you're like, ah.
Like several of a lot of them, they don't even know how. I agree. There is like that's what CB and I had been saying about Belle.
Where crying is fun.
Yeah, I was just saying in the event that I am being attacked by wolves, laying down and crying is not.
I might lay down
of play.
There will definitely be some crying involved. Whether that is in conjunction with fighting or not.
Laying down. But I was thinking of the Disney princesses, and I think the only one who doesn't like defend herself when she's being attacked is Snow White, and that, like I said,
but she's also being attacked by someone she trusts and is confused. The huntsman?
What? No, she's never attacked by the huntsman.
Oh right, but that's when she lays down and cries.
No, she is running through the scary forest, and the forest is terrifying her, and then she lays down in the dark forest and she starts crying because she's 14 and she's terrified and scared.
After she has to leave home.
Yeah, because she now knows her stepmother is trying to kill her. And I was defending her crying because I was like, you can't be mad at Snow White for crying in that situation. And then I was saying in another part of the movie, she shows her strength because like she takes command of like the household. It's like a softer form of strength. So I apologize if my original, the way I was saying it, made it like seem, because like I said, I got nothing wrong with crying. I support crying.
I hate people that cry.
Don't look in a mirror.
I know. One person in particular who cries.
Yeah. I don't think we all realize how old all these characters were when we were younger. I still don't really know. I did.
Good job, Sam.
I always do. But that's also in part because I watched stuff with like my dad and my grandpa, and they like to talk about the intricate details of certain things. Like I saw Hercules, 1998. I was 8 years old, the Disney Hercules, and my dad was like, "This is an inaccurate portrayal," and I was like, "Oh, what's the difference?" And he goes, "Zeus and Hera, not happily married," and I'm like, "Oh," and he's like, "Yes." He's like, "Hera, not actually his mom. she hates him, in fact." So I've been told
Hercules, not actually his name.
Now, I also don't blame anybody for not knowing these things. Yeah. It's just I get like it riles me and burns my biscuits when adult peoples start criticizing the Disney princesses and stuff. And often they haven't even seen the movies since they themselves were children. And then I'm like, I watch these movies like yearly. Let me tell you about some facts. All of them. Everyone completely misunderstands all the original Disney princesses. Cinderella goes to the ball to dance and happens to fall in love. But yeah, that's like, yeah. There is a part at the beginning of the movie where she's like daydreaming that it would be really nice to fall in love with the prince, but it's kind of like it's a form of escapism for her. That's not actually the goal. She just wants to go to the dance, to the ball and party, and then she happens to see a cute boy there, and she's like, But then she does sing "So This Is Love," and that's like, I'm like, girl, but is it?
Who has a crush?
You just met him. You just met him, girl. But also, like, it's fine. I don't need realism in my princess movie. Let me have the cute insta love. It's this movie is less than 2 hours long. And like, also the point, it's not a romance movie. That wasn't the point of the movie, so it's fine. But all right, y'all. This was fun. I got much work on my WIP done. CB got much work on her application, which was your goal.
I had some work on my application, yes. I have to go do the rest of it. But I realized during last sprint that my meds wore off, so I took my meds again. My second dosage of meds.
She is safely taking
meds.
As approved by her doctor. Yeah.
Midday.
So everybody else seems to have got some stuff done.
Good job.
Yeah. Monday is another write-in for me at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. CB gets to be in charge of next week's WIP Wednesday. Yeah. I have no idea how she's going to do it. I have no idea if I'm going to decide to fuck with her the way she fucks with me sometimes, and then she'll have to mute me. We'll see.
I haven't been fucking around at all today.
Not today.
Should I say another day?
Bye.